guys, it's time for another edition of Singles Only Podcast. My name is Paul Farahvar. I am your host. On this week's episode, we have the return of comedian Christina Walkinshaw. You guys remember her from episode 99 and episode 152. She comes back for a third time. This one's a fun one. We did it by video, so you can catch it on YouTube if you want to watch us, or if that's what you're doing already right now, you can also go on audio wherever you're listening. Make sure you subscribe, review. If you're watching on YouTube, please subscribe to the channel, and it means a lot. If you were listening, wherever you're listening, give us a review, a 5-star review. It helps us a lot and keeps us free by way of sponsors taking care of us, so we don't have to go to Patreon. There is light at the end of the tunnel at this quarantine. Go to my website, Paul F. Comedy, to see my upcoming dates. I am going to be traveling. Hopefully I'll see you out there. Also, I want to say I am selling my Better Call Paul t-shirts, and the proceeds are going to comedy club staff in Chicago. The comedy clubs that I work at here are in need because, you know, obviously they work on tips and they haven't been open for a while. If you want to help out, go to my website, paulfcomedy.com. Get a shirt. All the proceeds are going to the staff, and also selected some comedians that were in need as well that I donated to, who reached out to me. So, hey, if you're going to donate anyway, why not get a free shirt out of it? They are super soft shirts because I care about you guys. I know a lot of comedians out there buy the cheapest stuff. My friend Mateen Stewart, he told me, he goes, I don't care about my fans. I buy the cheapest stuff. I'm just kidding, Mateen. I love you. And I love his shirt too. You should buy that as well. That's it. This is a fun episode. We talk about Christina's new move to New York from LA and her vibrator, purge, V-neck teeth, and jock knockoffs. If you want to know what that means, listen to this episode. You're going to have some fun. And please, after you have subscribed and reviewed, check out our sponsors. For those of you new to the podcast, you need to know that I'm a huge reader. I love biographies and nonfiction. It's something I do. And one of my favorite books of recent time is Perfect Pain by Karam Haddad. It's a friend of mine who wrote it. It's just a perfect story of how everything appears to be perfect, but in reality, there was a lot of demons in someone's life. And this book talks about how through therapy, Karam Haddad overcame all his fears, his pain, his problems through therapy, and came up on top on the other side. It's a great book. It's a great journey. I highly recommend it. You can get it at Amazon. Actually, he reduced the price recently. So if you are on Amazon.com, go buy it. But here's what I'm going to do for our listeners or watchers. If you're on YouTube, if you review the podcast Singles Only on iTunes or wherever you listen, send it to me at pfarahvar@gmail.com. I will send you a free copy of the book, Perfect Pain. It's a $20 value. It's a memoir by Karam Haddad. That's how confident I am that you'll love it. And if you do love it, tell people. Review it. If you've read it already, review it, please. We want to get the word out on this great book. I don't know what else I can do. It's just such an amazing journey. It gives you hope. It's something we all need right now. Perfect Pain by Karam Haddad. Please check it out, perfectpain.com, or message me for your free copy. You know I'm a lawyer. I talk about it often, but when I have legal questions or I have legal issues that I'm facing, I go to my friend, Scott Shapiro. So if you've been injured on the job, need compensation, you might be entitled to money that you don't even know about. And that holds true for workers' compensation, personal injury, all that stuff. My friend, Scott Shapiro, has been helping injured workers and doing entertainment law for almost 20 years now. You need to contact him, 312-648-8800, or email him at scott@scottshapirolegal.com. He is legitimately one of the best people and best lawyers I know. If you call him, you tell him Singles Only sent you or I sent you, it's a free consultation. Granted, it's a free consultation anyway, probably, but boom, just throw my name so I can stay in business here. He is a full service law firm. In addition to workers' compensation cases, work injuries, he handles litigation. He handles all your legal needs for entertainment law. So those of you who are entertainers out there have legal questions, he's your guy. Again, free consultation. Don't take a chance and not get a lawyer. 312-648-8800 or check out his website, scottshapirolegal.com. It's time for another edition of Singles Only Podcast. My name is Paul Farahvar. Thank you guys for joining us on this new version of Zooming in the new millennial during the Corona. No voice of reason. Again, thank you for our sponsors for sticking out with us. I really appreciate it. Please check them out. Perfect Pain is an awesome book, and Scott Shapiro is an amazing lawyer. You know what? I've told you guys many times now over the years. That being said, there's only a few people in this over 200 episodes we've had of Singles Only that I've had on that have the trifecta, have been on 3 times. And this next guest is one of my favorite people in the world. She's hilarious. I met her at Zanies. We did a show together years ago, and then immediately was like, I need to talk to her. And we've been friends ever since. The hilarious former LA resident, former Canadian, Christina Walkinshaw.
All right.
There she is.
Oh, here I am. I really still am Canadian, Paul. I gotta legally tell you that.
Well, I think once you leave there, they're not gonna let you back in now. For sure now.
Spooky. It is spooky right now that I am in New York. I moved here on March 1st. Technically I moved here February 29th. That was how I romanticized moving here. I was like, it's a leap year. I'll take a leap of faith. It's meant to be. And then I got here and everyone died.
I had no idea. When we were scheduling this, you were talking about Eastern time. I'm like, oh, maybe she's like there for so I had no idea.
You're on holiday during a quarantine.
Yeah. I was like, oh, maybe she's doing a show or something. And then I was like, wait, you moved. And then after we scheduled this, I saw on Facebook that you said moved March 1st. I was like, wait, what? Like you didn't, how did this happen?
First of all, did you not see my Instagram that I posted on March 1st of my
I didn't get it.
patio here?
No.
These damn algorithms start killing us, you guys. My friends don't even know where I live anymore. I got here right at the beginning. How did I already lose my train of thought? This is the first time I've ever done your podcast sober. Do you know that?
You've done? Yeah, the first one we did at 1 a.m. after our shows at or at Zanies. And then the second one, I came to your place in Lake Hollywood and you were already drunk. Yeah.
Right. I was definitely, at that time, I think I'd just gone for happy hour because Shelly wanted a margarita.
Yes,
and
that's right.
I ended up having I think I had 1 margarita and a Corona. So nothing offensive. Sorry, we were talking about social media and Facebook and so you missed all these little pictures.
Yeah.
But, and then for whatever reason, the other night I was just up late and I just decided to update my Facebook profile. I never do that. I think Facebook's changed formats since I plugged in my original information. Yeah. So it doesn't even make sense. Now it says, Christina Walkinshaw works at Some Girls Play Hard to Get, I Play Hard to Want. It doesn't even make sense. So anyways, I went to update that the other day or the other night. And then I was like, oh, might as well. Okay. It has all these little categories. It'd be how long did you live here? When did you move there? And so I just started updating everything on my profile, but I didn't know that it was just going to you guys were going to see that.
Yeah.
So now it looks like I just moved to New York 2 days ago. And people are probably like, what a lunatic.
Well, let me ask you a quick question before I forget. Is your place still up for sublease at Lake Hollywood?
Oh, my place in LA?
Yeah.
Oh, I gave that to a friend of mine. I love that place. Isn't that great?
As soon as I left there, because your location there was so awesome, I was like, this is where I'm going to move. I remember I looked around that area to see if anything was around, but that's a perfect location.
Lake Hollywood. It's such a great area. I love that house. I love the people that lived upstairs.
Yeah.
And you know what? This place, this is so random that I moved to New York, but I've wanted to live here for a long time. I've dreamt of living in New York forever. I don't even know what took me so long, but a friend of mine that lives in Maui in December was like, oh, I have this tenant in Williamsburg and he hasn't paid rent in months. So then I was like, what the hell? I was like, give me your place. I'll go stay there. Like, I'll take care of it. Like, I'll be a good tenant. And then, and it's really, I have a sweet deal too. I don't know how much you can see here. But
my God, there's another level.
Patio. I will be banging my
for those people who are listening just on audio, you have a wall phone in the background I could see, so you could just make calls.
Oh yeah, no, that's to buzz people in. Oh. I'm not that old, Paul. I do have one of these. Don't worry, guys.
Oh, cellular phone. Okay, she has two. She has a landline only for buzzing people in. When we last talked, you were talking about your cruising. You were on the cruises, which clearly are frowned upon right now.
It seems like that work dried up real fast.
Yeah. So what about those guys that you would have these cruise dates with or you would have relationships with where you both understood it's like, hey, we hang out for the length of this cruise and then don't talk to me until the next cruise?
I mean, here's the thing. Cruise sex seems so long ago now. Like all sex seems so long ago now. Like I just moved here. Obviously, I've been on one date since I've been here, one Hinge date. And it was fine. It was like fun, but it wasn't, You
went in public? Like where did you guys go?
No, this would have been before the quarantine.
Okay.
So this was must have been like the first week of March. Because we were kind of gearing up for like St. Patrick's Day, or like we'll go for a Guinness. But yeah, I mean, and then this happened. And so I didn't even have the chance to like lock down a lockdown buddy. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah,
or like a little side piece, something to do. It's just like now it's just like my vibrator just like is always on the charger. Like it just can't, it's on the charger more than my laptop. Like we just got to keep that thing charged because there are no dates.
Are you talking to people though on Hinge or anything? Like just online dating?
I have all of my push notifications off on most of my apps and definitely my dating apps always turned off. So I rarely go into them. But I ended up giving this one guy my phone number like 3 days ago. And so now he feels pretty special, which is cool.
From Hinge or something or what?
Yeah, from Hinge.
Okay.
But, so we've been texting a little bit. Cause I mean, I feel like with the dating apps, I always forget to go in there.
Yeah. It's hard to keep track of it. And then people are like, I'll go on there and then they'll be like, oh, sorry, I didn't respond. I'm like, I don't even know what day it is right now.
Oh my God, I know I'm the worst. And actually, I did meet my neighbor downstairs, and she's really cool. And like, she's 27, so she's like obviously younger than me. But then she told me about this different dating app. It's called Field. Do you know what Field is?
I heard about it. Yes, it's a hookup app.
Have you already talked about Field?
No, we haven't talked about it. I downloaded it to learn about it, and then I never followed through. But my friend goes on there. He said it's a good thing. Tell people who don't know.
So yeah, I think it's just like you can find people that are in open relationships. You can find like a broader, the way my neighbor explained it to me. She was like, oh, Hinge is basic. Like Field is the cool dating app right now.
Okay.
So, I mean, everything about me is very basic, just so you know. It's fine. I identify as basic, but yeah. So anyway, so then I was debating going on Field, but I have not yet.
I have it here, but I haven't like officially put my information in because when it happened, my window also broke, and then I had to I also had to download Handy, which I see it's right next to
Handy could be
like that
Handy
could be
like the dating app for the guy who only wants to go to first base.
Yeah, I was just gonna say it's like when you're not ready to be in an open relationship, but hand jobs don't count. Like I had to download Handy to fix my window, and then I never went back to it. But yeah, I heard about it also. But I wonder how that works now, though, if you're in an open relationship with the quarantine.
I mean, I don't know, because you obviously are. I wouldn't. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, that would be weird. I have you I don't know. I mean, I feel like if you're in a relationship, you're just kind of stuck with your partner right now, whether or not you guys are still in love or not. But
And how open is a relationship? Like, are you going to be like, okay, you just tell your wife, I need you to go to the garage for the next 42 minutes.
I know, right?
Like, what are you going to say?
I mean, once upon a time, you'd be like, oh my God, like, my partner doesn't cheat on me. Don't have him bringing home diseases. But it's like, wow, you could like literally just go on a date and bring home disease now. So I don't know. Have you tried, so like now the dating apps, like it'll just prompt you, like start a live date right now. Like they want to do like this Zoom thing only on the dating apps.
I haven't done it. It says, I haven't done it. It's on one of them. It says, do you want, say yes if you want to, or swipe if you're ready to date online or whatever. And I think I was like, I don't want to do it now. And plus my hours are all fucked up with this thing. They were already way fucked up before, but now I'm going to bed at like 5 a.m. I
was going to say your email inviting me to this meeting, the Zoom, came in at like 4:41.
Yeah.
What are you doing that you're up so late?
I can't fall asleep. I'll take a nap and then I'll be like, okay, I'm going to fall asleep before. If I fall asleep before 2, I'm like happy. But then I fell asleep at like 12:30 and then I wake up half hour later and then I'm like wide awake. So,
oh man.
So when are you going to do these dates if you're not on the same hours,
That's very true. I don't know. Cause I feel like I'm going to go for a walk with I feel like I'm stumbling. Like I feel like I've been alone for 2 months and I love being single and I don't think that there could be a better situation for me right now in this quarantine. Like I got a writing job the day lockdown started. So I lucked out job wise and money wise. Cause of course, as a comedian, I'd be fucked right now because I lost like $7,500, more than that. I lost when I thought that the lockdown was just going to be for a couple months, I'd lost like $7,500 in stand-up gigs at that point. And as it stands right now, I was supposed to get another ship tomorrow. So it's like another, $3,000. So it's like now already in the loss of work is somewhere over 10 grand. But then I got this writing job, which is
perfect.
Thank you so much, Cindy. And so now I'm in great shape, which is good. But that's another reason why I'm glad I'm single and B, I'm living by myself, because if I had somebody else looping around here when I have to work from home, every single day, it would be hard.
That's the thing. Yeah, no, you're right.
I think I'd be going more nuts in a relationship right now. Just not having any any time to myself.
The people
get away from me.
The people that shit on us for like being single at our age or whatever are like, now they're like, oh my God, like what's it like to like wake up when you want and not have to teach your kids new math?
Oh yeah.
Like I'm
totally. I think we've really done it right. Like for what's going on in the world right now, like, we are very lucky.
Amen. Like, high five right there. That's
high five. Single quarantine life. It's been really nice though. It's even been like a little like spiritual and philosophical because it's like when nobody else is around and you're just by yourself for this amount of time, you really check back into yourself and you're like, oh, I remember who I am.
Yeah.
I'm a really positive person when people aren't slapping the dreams out of my mouth. It's actually great.
I think that's probably why I'm up till 5 o'clock. Because when I see, I'm like, ooh, this is me. Like, ooh. And then I'm like trying to, then I get really anxious. I'm like, I need to figure shit out like right away.
See, I've got my yoga mat down there.
Yeah, I haven't done any yoga.
Tons of yoga. Dance parties to D Nice. You follow D Nice on Instagram?
No.
Oh my God, he's this DJ. He's out of LA. But he just goes live. He has something called Club Quarantine. And I throw him on the gram, as the kids call it. And he just spins music and he has a really good vibe. And like he looked like the way he like looks into the Instagram camera, it kind of like, I feel like he's really looking at me, like how I'm looking at you. I'm like, oh my God, you're looking at me. Like,
and you're like, oh, I should put clothes on.
Like I made my little Instagram. I took a screen grab of him yesterday because I wanted to promote him because I like him so much. Yeah. And I was like, the only D I'm getting this quarantine. At D Nice. It was cute. But yeah, I've been doing a lot of dancing by myself. It turns out I do like to dance. I just feel uncomfortable doing it in front of others. Mm-hmm. So there's been lots of dancing, lots of yoga. reading a ton. I am like, I'm telling you.
What's the book?
I've turned into such a cheeseball in this quarantine.
Untamed. Okay, what's Untamed by Glennon Doyle? Okay.
Yeah, I highly recommend it. This was the perfect book to read right now. So yeah, there's been like a lot of good wholesome, and I'm not even like drinking every day, which obviously as a comedian, I always did. There's been a lot of positives.
Well, what about, are you going to go on dates during the quarantine? Are you thinking like now is time, or you're in the shit, like you're in the Williamsburg is pretty, like you're a 1 in 10 chance of walking outside and getting quarantined.
Just getting it. Well, yeah. I feel like if I was in Manhattan, it'd be even worse. Like I have 2 friends here that got it. One does live here in Williamsburg. One was living in Chelsea, and he stepped down to Florida to go and sit in his friend's house for like a month. It was just an empty house, and he went down there. Obviously, nice weather, but he had a fever for 27 days.
Yikes!
Isn't that crazy?
Are you
single, ladies?
Are you writing for your writing job? Are you having to go interact with people, or can you write anywhere?
No, like I work from home. There's like a ton of communication online, emails, texts, and then we Zoom the show. But yeah, everybody's working remotely, so it's like it's crazy. Nobody's really ever had to do this before, so there's often hiccups or technical difficulties. Just everything was supposed to be shot live, and now it's getting pre-taped and. It's an interactive app game. So it's like Who Wants to Be a Millionaire, but the app version that comes on after Jimmy Kimmel's version of Who Wants to Be a Millionaire. Right. It's called Millionaire Live, and Kay Adams hosts it. And she's from Chicago.
Who is it?
Kay Adams. Do you know who she is? You can look her up afterwards. She has a few more followers than I have. She's huge. But anyway, so yeah, we've been working on this show together, and we have, I think, another 3 episodes to shoot, and then it's done. But I'm so I'm so grateful that I had this job, because this job pretty much carried me through this whole quarantine, kept me busy, and
Are you going to stay in New York after that then? Oh,
hell yeah. I moved to New York before I had this job.
Okay.
I moved to New York because my friend offered me this place, and I'd thrown down the idea of moving here to him when he was complaining about that guy not paying rent. And then he texted me at the end of January, and he was like, "Hey, I'm kicking that guy out. Do you want my place?" And then I was so scared. I was like, "Can I just have a day to think about it?" I was like, when somebody offers you exactly what you want, and then you kind of shit pants, you're like, "Oh, I can't just take what I want, can I?"
It's scary.
And then, and then the next day, Kobe Bryant died, and it was so sad and just emotional, and like this, reminder how life is so short. And he has the same birthday as me, like not day but year. Right. So then that obituary, I saw it, God, like 80 times a day in LA, just like everywhere. It was like 1978 to 2020, 1970 to 2020. So then I saw my birth year. I just saw like what my obituary would look like year-wise. And it was so sad. I just like texted him, and I was like, I'm taking it. I'm taking the place. I'm moving to New York.
Kobe's dead. I have no connections to LA anymore. Yeah, I don't know.
LA, no, it's a dump.
Well, why can't you just go somewhere where it's not as bad and just go, what if you go to like, I don't know, like North Carolina, I don't know I'm really bad at geography, but let's say like Rhode Island, you go there, get on felt and just get it in during your
I go to Rhode Island to do my dating is what you're saying?
I don't know. Yeah, why not? Like there's got to be somewhere where it's not as bad. Like I still have shows on the books in the South that they have like in Arkansas, they have like 200 COVID cases. I'm assuming my show's going to be fine.
Oh, wow. Yeah. Well, I mean, here's the thing. The curve is flattening here, right? So like it's starting to go, like we definitely peaked sooner than most people because, the city's so dense. We're all so squished together. Kind of, obviously that was going to happen.
Kind of reminds you of high school, right? Where you peaked too early. Am I right?
Like we're all going to get sick.
I kid. Okay.
But I feel like now we're on the downswing. So now we just have to hope. Like I was joking around on Kareem. Do you know Kareem Matthews?
No.
He's a really funny comic out of LA, but he posted some meme, and I can't remember exactly what the meme said, but I could say how like I reacted to it. I was like, oh yeah, I can't imagine how easy I'm going to be after this quarantine's over.
Oh yeah. I mean, it's going to be, everyone's going to be humping everything.
It's
and
gonna,
then,
yeah.
and then
It's
some
gonna
new
be-
virus is going to be created. It's going to be called,
new,
it's going to be
new viruses.
it's going to be called the Felt virus. So like, were you on Felt? Did you get a virus between June 1st and June 17th? Like one guy or girl is going to give everybody, or it's going to be on Hinge, the Hinge virus.
Oh
yeah.
We're all those single people are going to turn into like horn dogs.
What was the last time you had sex or you hooked up with someone before all this? Or have you hooked up at all? Like with a human other than your vibrator?
This quarantine's been like so sad. Like one of my guy friends even just drove through town and I didn't even feel safe inviting him up for like a drink. I was like, oh, you can't come in. I don't know what to tell you. Like I'm just following rules. Following
what was the last, did you have like before you left LA, did you have like a goodbye to all your old lovers?
I had a big going away party. Oh no, did you? Oh, see, you didn't see. I made I did like
any of your stuff. I used to see all your stuff all the time, and then I just all of a sudden stopped.
I don't know. It's algorithm games, man. You know what's going to happen? I'm going to share this podcast on my wall, and then all of a sudden I'll probably stop. I think once you stop communicating with people on Facebook, their stuff, or on Instagram, there's all of a sudden maybe you get bumped. And the things that you see first are the people that you communicate with the most.
No, because I used to see your guru thing all the time, and I was like, "Why is she doing the fitness guru all the time?" And I thought you just stopped doing it. I'm like, "Oh, she's probably busy writing for some project."
I mean, I have really slowed down with social media. I have not been on it because I have been busy. But
okay, so your party, you had your party, your going away
my party was great. But so I made a little immemorial kind of thing to because I purged a whole bunch of vibrators before I left LA. So I took like little goodbye, my lover, goodbye, my friend, whatever, like little I Will Remember You by Sarah McLachlan, and every vibrator I gave like another sad goodbye song.
What did you do with them? You just threw them away?
No, I actually, because I know
the guy that gave them this. Oh, okay.
I know the guy that took over my apartment in LA, so like hid them everywhere. So like there's like one in the crisper in the fridge, one behind a cushion.
You called them on Easter. You called them on Easter, like hey,
them everywhere.
You're like, I know it's Easter and you can't be outside, but I have a special gift for you. Go hunting for vibrators. Yeah, like.
It would have been so funny, right? Because, it's Miguel, it's like my friend, right? But then guess what happened? They obviously brought in a maid. So the maid found them all.
Oh, no.
And then
she was like, they're like, it took her a really long time to clean the place. We don't know what happened.
Oh, yeah. My old, Eric, the guy who lived upstairs, he saw her find them and he said he wished he had recorded it. She was so shocked and scared.
I thought she was like, "What? Might as well try these out." No, kept them busy. She kept her busy for a while. So you had a vibrator purge. Why couldn't you bring those out with you?
I really only need the one. I don't know why I was carrying. I don't know why I had that many. I really purged a lot of stuff. I came out here with 2 big suitcases and a carry-on. And I shipped a little bit of stuff, but then otherwise I was just like, I don't need anything. I just left. Yeah. Which felt really good.
So at the going away party,
what was that?
What happened at the going away party? Did you have like a goodbye to any guys that you had on the side?
I'm trying to think of how many guys. I think there was only maybe one guy that I'd slept with that did come to the party. But there was no prospects. I know every girl, any party, either birthday party, you always like to have something. Yeah, you want
to win.
Yeah, I know, but that didn't happen. Definitely, the one guy that I slept with that came to the party did bring his girlfriend. So I mean, his current girlfriend. That wasn't like I did. Yeah,
no, I understand.
So the last time I had sex then would have been, I think January.
Oh,
was it? No, was it January?
That's a long time, Christina.
Yeah, I think it was January or at the end of December. It's this guy in Montreal. And we've done it a few times. And then, I think it was January. And that's it. So that's a long time, May.
Yeah, that's not healthy. You got to, you're going to become like a sex camel where you don't need sex anymore. And that's not good for
no, we don't want to become sex camels. Can we call this episode Sex Camel?
I've used the term before on the thing, but it's sex cameling is when you stop having sex and you just don't need it anymore. And that's not healthy.
No, that can't be right.
You got to get it in. Go to Rhode Island and just fucking go on that app and just be like,
somebody in Rhode Island. I find this very interesting.
Well, I don't know if that's a state. Whatever state is nearby where they're not in quarantine and like you can just ask questions, like be like, how many people have you touched in the last 24 days? And what symptoms, if any, do you have? Like,
okay.
Still do your math.
Do you think it's safe to fuck anybody who's already had it? Like maybe they have the antibody and they're over it now? Obviously they're over it. I wouldn't do anybody who didn't, but.
I wonder if that would make you like immune if like you just let them finish in you.
I mean, that's still, I know.
That was gross. Yeah, but accurate. Maybe like what if somebody had it and then like they could make people immune by just having sex with them?
Then I think everybody would want to fuck you, right?
Yeah, I need to get that. I need to get the COVID. Yeah.
I know.
Be the most popular guy on.
I haven't even worn like a bra or underwear in like the last 2 months. Like for me to get dressed up for a date now I don't even know if I'm going to know how to do it. Like even when doing this, I was like, oh shit, it's like people can see my face. Like, everyone, you know what I did for you though? Here's what I did because it was working. Here's the thing, because I really only talk to people on Zoom. My compact is here, and then I put on lipstick for you because I was like,
thank you.
I feel like if my lips
it's on
are like
brand, yeah.
Sorry, I don't know what kind of view I just gave you guys. Probably how bad I look fashion wise. Look at this. Oh, here's my other trick too. Is sometimes I wear hoops. I feel like if you have red lipstick and like hoops on,
it looks like
and nobody will notice anything about your eyes. Right? It's very distracting. It's like now we've taken all the focus out of my eyes. I'm using lips and let's see here. This and then this.
Oh yeah.
And then,
you look like you
I just got an email from the world. But yeah, this is where I do like all of my stuff. And it's so funny because even though I'm not leaving the house, I go on that Sephora website and I keep buying stuff. Like I put on this sparkly eye stuff for you.
Oh, nice. I can't see it.
Yeah. It's my first time ever opening it.
Wait, do it again.
This is how bad.
We didn't get to see your eyes. We just saw your hair. We saw your hairline.
Oh, okay. How's that? Can you see it?
Still your head. Still your head, boomer. There you are. Oh, now you see it.
Okay,
yeah. Okay, that's good. That's good.
I haven't worn anything that goes on a hanger in 2 months, obviously. So it's like I wear like my gym clothes.
You made your bed.
Shirt, but then with like these plaid pants. Yeah.
You made your bed. That's a start. It looks like
oh yeah, because I'm always on work Zoom meetings. I do make my bed like every day.
My bed's right there. It's not made, so.
Yeah. Oh man. Well, and then my closet's a little awkward. I have to like jump over my bed to get to my closet.
All right. So how are you gonna? What are you gonna do? How long do you think you're gonna last without physical contact with the dude? It's already May. It's not even a priority. What are you gonna do?
Here's the thing. I desperately like the whole reason I've been so obsessed. Well, obviously not just stand up, but like I love New York because of its energy and because of all the interactions I always have when I come here. Like the city is interaction city. Like when I first came here, I'd go out to bars by myself. I'd always meet people, always talk to people. I did give out my phone number to a couple people, but like more on like a friendly level. But like I was so excited to date in this city. You know, it's Sex in the City. This is Carrie Bradshaw's like zone. You know, this is the place for dating. I feel like LA was shit for dating, but
yeah, that's what you said.
But then all this happened. So like 2 weeks of being able to go to bars and coffee shops, even coffee shops during the day. I have my laptop, like work on stuff. Like everything was going so magically.
Well, you guys are gonna be out sooner. They're gonna start letting you guys go to restaurants soon, right? I think it's like
I think that it might not be till June. Yeah. I think we're gonna be. I think we might be one of the last ones to
No, Chicago's we're going to be behind too. But why can't you, I think, do you think you'd be breaking the rule what if it was someone in your building who's also quarantining? How tall is your building? Can you just go walk around? Are there prospects?
My buildings? Okay, so here would be the prospect is there's a dude on the same level. So like that rooftop patio, it's mine. There's a dude that lives next door and he's always on his patio. So we're like social distanced because, but
you can't do that. You can't fuck your neighbor. That's just bad news.
I don't think I would now. And not to seem like, I don't want to say that looks matter, but he has quite the severe snaggle tooth up front, and I don't know if I can do it. It's more, it looks like it's not even a snaggle. It's like, I don't know. It's like a V-neck. I don't know how to explain it. It's
V-neck tooth?
It's like a V-neck tooth. Yeah, it's like this.
Wait, it gets bigger as it gets
triangle gap in the middle.
Oh, okay. That's the gap, not the tooth. Tooth is regular size. It's just on a slant.
It's just really, it is. I don't think I can. I don't know. I hate to be that gal. To tell you that teeth matter.
Let me ask you this. Let's say it's the first day where all quarantine is lifted. You're out and about on town, and you're at a bar where there's like 50 prospects of dudes, and what are the things? Who's gonna win? Like, who's not gonna win? Let's start with that. Like, obviously, if their teeth are fucked up, you're gonna knock them to the side. What are the other things?
To be fair, I'm not one of those girls who discriminates against short men. So you know what? Listen, I don't care about height, but
you're tall. You're taller, right? You're
5'7". I'm pretty average.
Oh, okay.
McGoo, I think, but I don't care about height though. I've dated shorter dudes. It's fine.
5'7" tall, but not. There's going to be guys and they're taller. Yeah. If they're like 5'6" or above, that's normal.
Yeah. Okay. It's like, as much as I enjoy receiving oral sex, I still don't need like a clit size gap in between your two front teeth. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, that would bring it to a whole new level. I would think you might like that. Okay.
I mean, I would think about it in my head.
Okay, so who's gonna win? You're at a bar. The DJ is playing. You've got like 16 prospects now. The 50 has gone down to 16 now because it's 1 a.m. You're having a blast, and a lot of people had fucked up teeth. What are the other guys? How are you going to cut the limits to the last? What are the people that aren't going to make the cut? You have a large array of men to choose from. All color, all ethnicities.
I love that I'm a stud in your world. This is
just one hypothetical for one night only. It's your night out, your perfect situation in a quarantine. You get out of quarantine, you have options. Now there's all kinds of guys. Option number 1, guys 6 foot tall, dark from Texas, like super muscular. Teeth are perfect, but he's wearing a Trump shirt, and also he has a fuck candidate shirt on too.
I mean, I feel like the Trump thing is definitely probably going to be a deal breaker.
Okay. All right, so that guy's out.
Do you know what I do like right now? Is I like going out with people who are my age. Like, I like, sometimes you date older. 40s. I date younger a lot. I do date younger guys a lot. And now I've started to kind of browse older men. But there's something like nice about dating somebody who's your age, because you just like get each other's references. Yeah. And you grew up in the same time. You know how like sometimes a younger woman doesn't understand how, I put up with so much sexual harassment my whole life. But I'm like, that's just the time I came from. I don't know what to tell you.
You're like, oh,
getting my ass slapped was part of the job.
I thought that's how you got greeted when you got on stage. Every guy was
exactly, which has totally happened to me before too. And getting off stage. But no, there's a generational connection that you make with somebody your own age. And so like I would like to meet somebody who's like literally like, what if you're born the same year as me, like 1978, right? Like, great. We're somewhere within a few years of that kind of zone. Because once we go younger, then I start to feel kind of cougary. Or they, even though I did sleep with I already talked about this on the last podcast, but I did a 25-year-old, but he was turning 26 on the cruise.
Yes, you did.
But, I already have a joke about I don't want to like panel on your show, but I'm like, it's okay. He's Jewish, so he looks 40.
You did not say that before, but I got it.
That's in my act. I just always feel bad doing jokes from my act on people's podcasts.
No, you're fine. We'll make them. So 25.
So I don't, not too young and not too old.
What's the old side? But then 52?
I'm obsessed with.
Say that again.
No, I think you're late. I think the highest I would go Oh, oopsies.
What'd you say? Before you said the
I'm
highest.
talking ages again.
Oh, okay.
No, I'd probably go up to 50.
50, okay.
But like I said, right now we're narrowing things down. So I'm losing my train of thought.
25 to 50.
I'm a fast talker. What was that?
25 to 50 is what we got right now. Or is 25 too low now?
Let's narrow it in so that, okay, I'm 41. So let's give me someone between like 39 and 43.
39 and 43. Okay. So now the list.
I'm giving. And then, I like my astrology. So I'm going to be.
First of all, let's talk about that. Because now I have a joke about astrology because of the whole quarantine. Like I looked at horoscope is over. Like astrology is over now, Christina. I don't want to do a joke on this thing, but like they did not say anything about you're going to be home for like a while crying a lot. Like nothing in my horoscope said go out, enjoy your life. It said on the day before the quarantine, it was like, go meet new people, make new connections with strangers, go to China. Right. Like, come on.
I mean, I haven't been reading my horoscope. I don't really read my horoscope anymore, but I am a believer in like people's compatibilities, like different signs, right? So then of course I'm a fire sign, Sagittarius. So then I like my fire signs and my air signs, right?
What are the signs that you would have to, are the ones that you don't like?
So the ones that probably wouldn't work out. Yeah. No, Leos are fire signs. Leos are a good match for me. And then Libra, Aquarius, Aries.
I'm an Aquarius. Oh, nice.
You're, most of my boyfriends, like my longer term boyfriends were Aquariuses. They're all like small town, all slightly younger than me. No, one of them was 5 years younger than me, but Aquarius is from small towns. That's like my type. And all like what I say, I'll call them jock knockoffs. Like one was a Frisbee golfer and one was a foosball player.
A Frisbee golfer and a foosball. Those aren't sports. Frisbee golf and foosball.
Oh, that's my type. I like jock knockoffs. Okay. Like that's how sporty I like them. Just
you don't want them too sporty. Foosball's not even a sport. It's a bar game.
Yeah, I like sports where you can drink beer.
Okay.
Like not while you watch the sport, but while you play it. That's what I like.
Okay, what are the signs that you don't get along with then? So we can knock off. We're getting that list down to you're at this bar in Rhode Island, so I'm trying to.
All right, so I'm in a bar in Long Island.
Rhode Island. No, we're back in Rhode Island. Or no, yeah, let's go back to we're in Long Island.
But if I'm in Rhode Island, does that mean I'll be in a long distance relationship?
No,
which I'm not opposed to.
I don't know. Okay, well, let me ask you, which are the signs that you prefer not to be with?
Well, I hate saying that because I feel like one of my last boyfriends was a Taurus and it was still fine, but it still didn't work out.
All right, so we got 39 to 43, jock knockoff.
Like jock knockoffs, yeah.
So now the list of 16 eligible men at this bar in New York is down to 4 guys.
Whoa.
4 guys. One's 39, one's 40, one's 41, and the other guy's 43.
Holy crap. I don't know. I mean,
one's an accountant, but he loves comedy. The other guy is the most attractive of the 4 in your mind physically, but his favorite comedian is Jeff Dunham.
What's wrong with that?
I don't know.
Are you making that?
I don't know. I'm trying to find your.
I'm gonna please.
We shit on Dunham a lot.
I don't really watch his work anyway, so don't worry. I don't even know if that's a burn or not. That's how much.
No, I don't know. We always shit on. I always try to find someone that's like a comedian that you're like, oh, I can't. Like for me, if someone likes a comedian that you're like, oh, I don't get it. It's like, Like, I went on a date with a girl who didn't know the difference between Jeff Dunham, the puppet guy, and Bill Burr. And I was like, I can't. I don't know if I could do that.
I mean, those kind of things when people are so removed from your world, it is a little weird.
Right. Yeah.
Like somebody who's like, oh, you're a comedian. Are you going to do your little skit somewhere that I can go see you? Or skit, or they're like, oh, I like that Jeff Foxworthy. I don't know why it sounds like I'm now hitting on an old woman, but I'm dating. Like, oh, you like those? You might be a redneck. Hey.
Okay, so this guy loves Jeff Foxworthy. He likes the old school '80s Jeff Foxworthy and Carlos Mencia. I don't know. I'm just I'm trying to find your line. And he's American, didn't vote for Trump, so you're fine there. He's 39. He played I'm trying to think. He played the golf where you play at the bar where you roll the thing.
Okay. Oh yeah, T-ball, Golden Tee.
Golden Tee. Yeah, he's
Golden Tee.
Came in second place at the Golden Tee.
I think I have another deal breaker, or another thing that would weed out
the 4.
Whoever we got to weed out.
We're down to 4.
Okay, so now you'll be getting graded on, and hear me out on this one, your social media presence. And it's okay if you don't want to be on social media, but you can't be one of those cuckoos that's posting all the time, or the people that like post like 80 pictures a day on Instagram, and they just like take up your whole feed, and none of the pictures are good. It's just like, what is this? Why are you posting so many pictures? So I feel like anybody whose social media presence just
is wrong,
is annoying, or too much, or too fighty. Fighty's not a word, but too like preachy.
What if all he does is retweet stuff about like being Zen on Twitter every day? He has like a new retweet on something Zen, and every once in a while he retweets like something from like Elf, the old show Elf from the 80s.
Now I'm sold. I love it.
Yeah, he's 39, so he has to have a good social media presence. 39.
Ben and Elf, I am in. That's perfect.
Have you tried to watch Elf lately?
No, should I?
No, it's unwatchable.
I just started watching Dexter.
Okay.
Instead of watching, I watched some of the new shows and stuff. I just finished watching Unorthodox before I started Dexter. But there are all these shows that are really trendy right now, and I don't know why. I just can't. Like, I didn't finish Tiger King. I haven't finished Ozark. I'm still in like season 1. So I just went a totally different direction, and I'm like, how about all these shows I never finished watching a long time ago?
Yeah.
Like, and so I was like, Dexter. I was like, okay, so now I'm on season 2 of Dexter, and I am so happy I saved it for this quarantine. It is so good.
Okay, so
breaking news: Dexter's good.
So this guy likes Dexter too, and it's the end of the night, and he's like, "Hey, do you want to go somewhere else?"
Yeah.
It's already 2. You're tired. You think you got another hour left in you.
Nobody's too tired for sex, Paul.
No, I know, but the decision is, where are you going to go? He's like, should we get food or should we go to a bar? Do you go to his place? Do you go to your place? What are you going to do? And his name is
his place, because I like to be able to leave.
Okay.
And I feel like it's too hard for me to kick somebody out, but it's easy for me to go.
You're at his place. He's an accountant. It's hot and heavy. He just got separated. He loves Dexter. He's an Aquarius.
Okay.
He has a nice place, and you guys, it's getting hot and heavy.
Yeah, hot and heavy.
He's like, I don't have a condom. What do you do?
Well, I guess we got to bareback it. Times are hard.
Times are hard indeed. Good answer. And now you have Corona.
I'm not lying. I should not even say that, because everybody's going to listen and be like, she barebacks it. No, do you know, yesterday, I was just like, whatever. My apartment is still very new to me, but like, I swear to God, 2 days ago, condoms were multiplying in this apartment. Like, I know that there's always some over in that drawer beside my bed, and there's some in like my travel bags in my bathroom, but then they were like up here on this shelf, and they were underneath the sink. And I was like, is my apartment like blossoming condoms? Like, is that how horny I'm getting, where I'm just seeing condoms everywhere right now?
You see them in everything. Yeah.
They are multiplying, and I cannot explain it, but I don't remember ever buying that many condoms. So where the fuck did they all come from?
It's better than going into different rooms and finding a vibrator like that poor maid had to do back in Lake Hollywood.
I mean, no, I'm sure she had a good chuckle after her heart attack.
After she tried a couple of them out. Christina, we're out of time.
I know. I got 10 minutes left till I got to go upstairs and bang the pots.
Go bang the pots. Christina, where can people find out more about you online and see how to do the social presence right?
Oh yeah. Well, my social presence probably right now is so boring. I have a very unupdated website, ChristinaWalkinshaw.com. And then I'm on Instagram, would probably be the one I use the most. Yeah. And I'm at Walk and Sauce. I'm at Walk and Sauce on Tumblr, which I have an old dating blog there if you want to go down the archives. at Walkinshaw on Twitter, at Walkinshaw on Instagram, Facebook, Christina Walkinshaw. And here's the new website that I'm super into right now. I think you should all add me on Goodreads.
Oh, I'm on Goodreads. Add me.
I've been rating my books and I like to update my progress, and you can see what I'm reading. I'm a positive and creative person. So if you want, and one more thing I've been doing alone, I've been rereading old diaries.
Oh, I've been doing that too.
I don't do that on Goodreads, but dude,
no.
2011, I think I fucked like 3 guys this year. This is great. This is a good book.
All right. Well, thanks, Christina, for joining us. And thank you all for watching another episode of Singles Only. I hope you come back and tell us all about the first day out of quarantine, where that guy is going to have the time of his life, whoever he may be.
Thank you so much for having me on for a third time. And hopefully by our fourth time, I've had sex more.
All right. Thanks, Christina.